Wahoo! There's Avalanche hockey on my television screen. I guess I'm watching it on a monitor, not a television, but same difference. What's going on, chat? You ready for a better game? Honestly, I know the results sucked and the Avs couldn't score, but it was actually a pretty competitive game the other night. So if you didn't care about the result, it would be a fun game. Hopefully today the result is fun.
Yep.
We'll see. Eric's got his meatballs.
I never really got nervous. Yep.
Yeah.
I never really got nervous defensively.
Hi,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, defensively they were good. Again, you had one tough shift that cost you and one nonsense bounce that cost you. Those are problems you just got to outscore.
Yep.
It's not that complicated to me, but
I like that building too. I've always loved playing there.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
It's kind of old.
Yeah, first goal. I don't know. I like it. The lower bowl is like bigger than usual. Scored my first goal as an Av there.
You do like old stuff, so.
Yeah, I played in the old building. The old building was old before that. I played in
the old building was really old.
St. Louis Arena. It was weird, man. The locker rooms had like park benches, seats. It was so weird, like with backs to it. You know what I mean? And you're like, what is that?
Like baseball seats, yeah.
Yeah. That was nuts. But unlike Carolina, the towels smell good. Come on, fellas. Parasinen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Binnington played very well in the one game that mattered the most in the Four Nations. But if you look at his tournament as a whole, didn't play that great. If you look at his season as a whole in the NHL, hasn't been that great this year. He just had one really good game. So.
Yeah, he's a gamer. That's what he is. He's a gamer. He's got swag, you know. When the chips are important, he's there, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough for the Avs to get home ice in any round. I think they could get the third seed in the Central still pretty comfortably, but that's not home ice.
No. Unless they go on a tear, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's
like
catching Dallas is not impossible. They could do it, but it's going to be hard. Catching Minnesota is very possible. Catching Winnipeg is impossible. There's no way they're catching Winnipeg.
It's like Ovi. That's a tear. God, he's on a tear.
Yeah. We were talking before the show. He doesn't want to play another season, man. He wants to get to 894 and retire.
I don't think he wants to train this summer. He wants Big Macs.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to go back to Big Macs. I'll give him that, though. Never seen in my life a guy more excited to score a goal. You know what I mean? Like, he was like that at World Juniors back then.
He's always pumped, for sure. Yeah.
So pumped. You know what I mean? There's no, and that's awesome. And again, that goes what we've been saying, you know?
Yeah.
Have a little bit of drive and challenge yourself and let's go, you know? So I think Wayne's going to have to do some following the Washington Capitals there coming up there soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have a little travel agent, you know, travel plans. I'm shocked. I said there's no way he was going to do it, but no.
I'm going to go check that this game is on somewhere in the bar. I'll be right back.
Okay, bye. I mean, it's like you're kind of getting in the weeds with that conversation, right, Jonathan? Because them finishing in a wild card spot doesn't even guarantee that they'll end up in the Pacific, right? Because yes, as it's set right now, if they finish in the first wild card spot, they'd play Vegas. And maybe it's more likely than I think, I guess. Vegas is 9 points behind Winnipeg. It would be pretty hard for them to track them down. So maybe. I mean, I, to be honest, and this is just me taking the 1 and 2 seeds. It won't necessarily be these two teams. Do you want to go through Vegas and then Edmonton in round 1 and 2, or do you want to go through Winnipeg and then Dallas in round 1 and 2? It's kind of a pick your poison either way.
Yeah. And I think to answer Chad there too, I think it's tough to compare eras.
Oh, always.
You know what I mean? It's so hard to compare eras, but
it's also like not that simple because in the early part of Ovi's career, the first 10 years of Ovi's career, it was harder to score than it is now. The last 2-3 years have seen an explosion of goal scoring in the NHL.
Jamie Benn won 89 points that 1 year. 89.
Yeah, I think it was 87.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Non-lockout year. I mean, it's not like it was a lockout.
DirecTV has once again blacked out the game on its own channel.
I think it's on 9 News today, no?
Oh, it is, yeah. I read that. Yeah.
Which I don't know how to get that on DirecTV, but...
Well, so normally if it's available at all on DirecTV, it'll redirect. Like, it'll be like, oh, here it is on channel 20. It's not doing that. It's just, like, frozen, basically. So, yeah. So, love that for the bar. But, luckily they've got Comcast now. So, they can switch it over to that. So, yay.
Thanks for the dollar, Spence. Yeah, I'd like, regardless of whether it's easier or harder, I believe that Alex Ovechkin is the greatest goal scorer to ever live. Like,
yeah.
His actual ability to score goals. The only guy in the league that comes even close is Matthews right now.
Even Wayne, when he got 92, he was a passer. I mean,
yeah.
That's all crazy. That's how stupid that comment is, but it's true. He had 12 point, whatever it was.
215, yeah.
Hi, Spence.
There you go.
And then like that, Mario had a year where he scored 199 or something, I think. And last year, you had multiple guys at 140, and it was the first time in like 20 years that something like that had happened. So more than that even, I think. But
all right, drop the puck.
Indeed. Let's go already.
Everyone always asks why the pregame puck drop is never quite what the internet says. It's always like 15 minutes ahead, and that's why. This is exactly why.
We are playing hockey, though, at least on my screen.
Read your clock, Rudo.
50, 49, 48,
all right.
47.
I'm 2 behind, same as yesterday.
And the Blues ice it immediately.
Yep.
Think Bedsy can balance the TOI tonight, or is he just going to skate the top guys into the ground?
I think the game will dictate it, right? That's just what I think.
I mean, you're right, but I'm saying how much do those top guys have in the tank?
We'll see. We'll see.
Ooh, Parayko flying there. Didn't see much of that at the Four Nations.
No. I thought that was offside, but whatever.
Yeah. Rely on the NHL to have bad underlying systems that make it hard to watch their sport. Who could have seen this coming? Ooh, good pass up to G. I like that G shot it there, too. I know he's not a great shooter, but you got to shoot it sometimes. You got to keep teams honest.
It's my pick. Proud
It is.
Daddy. G. Sammy G. Daddy. Yeah, I gotta turn a little bit. I'm watching sideways.
We're chilling.
Yep.
It's a watch long, buddy. You ain't got to look camera ready.
No, but like yesterday, the whole game I watched it. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like,
breaking your neck, dude. Don't do it. Just
like,
look at the TV.
I went to bed. I felt I was on a boat. I was like, wow. Cam Fowler, was he there last time that we played St. Louis? I'm trying to remember. Oh, he was hurt. The trade didn't happen.
Yeah, I think he might have been hurt. I think you might be right.
I'm just trying to remember. I've always liked him. I used to love him back then.
No, he did play.
He
was -1 with a bunch of goose eggs, so that's why you didn't notice him.
Yeah.
There you go. Go get the puck, Ross.
Yep.
Good D by Shilly there.
Yep.
All right. Nothing too crazy to start this one off, but we'll see. I mean, you would think who gets ahead first has a big advantage with both of these teams. The 3 and 4 for the Avs top guys. St. Louis went to a shootout last night. Third period might be a bit gross.
Was St. Louis at home or in Winnipeg?
I don't know. I can look.
I think it was home.
Yeah, they were home.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Papa? Yeah, I mean, supposedly he's supposed to be ready to go for that New Jersey game, but I just don't trust anything the Avs say about injuries right now.
Yeah. Oh.
They were fine. It was decent. Crease front defense. Oh, we got a fight. Not much of a fight, but it was a fight, I guess. So he got back up. Okay, they're going to let him go, I guess.
Dang, Parker.
Walker's the English dude, right?
Is he? I thought he was Australian.
One of those countries, yeah. I like that. I like it.
I mean, that's how to do it. You're not going to get an extra 2 doing that, right? That's the good way.
Yeah.
I mean, Middlestat, it took Middlestat years to figure it out in Buffalo. His first 3-4 years of his career, he was never even a 30-point guy. But once he figured it out, he had 1 year 59 points, 1 year 47 points in 62 games, which is when he came to Colorado and scored 10 more. So it was a 57-point year. So the last couple of years, he's been right about a 60-point guy. So he's obviously having a little bit of a down year, but it's not obviously the cold streak has been bad. But if he answers back, if he can have 15 points in these last 25 games, that's a 50-point season. It's not great, but it's not horrible.
No.
All right. Kale, you gotta catch that pass, buddy. I know you're tired, but come on. Well, that worked out.
Yep. God.
Don't mind the shot there. It's just okay play when you're under pressure, and the Avs keep possession. Oh, Nate, just shoot it, dude.
I know. Shoot it like high blocker right there. He's got that shot. Shoot.
Good shift from your first line, though, even if they're not shooting. Whoa. Crazy pinch from DeHaan there. You're okay, though. Good job by Parsonen to circle back and cover for him.
Parsonen. Nice pass.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we're 5 minutes in, and this game is already looking pretty sludgy.
Good stick, Sammy. New shirt. Good stick, Sammy Daddy.
We already got good stick Lucky.
Good stick, Sammy Daddy.
I'll go with Dad Stick Sammy. I'll go with that. Or Stick Daddy Sammy.
Stick Daddy Sammy? Question mark. All right, what else we got going on?
This isn't the full conversation to that soul knife, but part of the reason is, one, their deployment, and two, the lack of Nichushkin. Nathan McKinnon and Martin Necas, great at getting you through the neutral zone. That second line without Nichushkin is kind of the play driver, at least for getting the Avs zone entries on that second line. So it's hard. Like, that's one of the things that Casey's just not great at. He's not a guy who's going to get you the zone effectively very often. He doesn't have the speed to do it, even if he has great hands. You would like probably a bit more of that out of Drouin, especially in Nuke's absence. Or, and I know E hates this, a lot of people hate this idea, but if you want to help that second line drive play, put Marty on it.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, this one's just going to be an Eric special. It's going to take some grease tonight.
Well, you have to right now.
Uh-oh. Bad pass there. You gotta give Kale a chance. He put it right in his skates. Somebody's helmet came off. Okay, he got it back on. Oh, that didn't feel good. Chaos mode for Miles Wood. That should be fairly routine. Yeah, couldn't cover it, but it's fine. Not a big deal. Not a lot of whistles in this one, man.
No.
There's a better breakout. And then you couldn't get the entry, but at least you got out of your own zone well.
The line's been in the way.
Yeah, he did get in the way a bit. I don't know. They're making it work. It feels like it's a Sega Baba already. I was hoping that there'd be a little more jump in the first period, but the Jordan Bennington special.
What a tip by Drew. Who is it? Somebody tips it up front, up top, high tip. No,
I couldn't tell, to be honest. Taves taking the handshake, so maybe it went off of blue.
I don't know. I thought it was a high tip. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, off of Joseph, off of the blue for sure. Off his elbow, right to the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even Bennington's fault. That's friggin' unstoppable.
Oh, no. It drops completely.
Yeah. Why did Taves take the handshake? Makar, that's weird. That was a weird handshake. Okay.
400 career points. Wow. That's crazy.
Yep. In what, 370 games or something stupid?
Ridiculous. Well, take the lead is huge. So.
First, wait, am I dumb? Like, Makar shot that, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Taves tipped it too, because they're giving the goal to Taves. I mean, Makar still gets the assist.
Taves was right next to that dude, so I don't know. Maybe it is Taves.
I guess he did take the handshake. It sure looked like it went off Joseph to me, but what? I mean, I don't care who scored it. It went in.
Yep. Yeah. Like that.
The Blues had a replay of it going off Taves' stick. All right, well, sick tip from Devon Toews then, even if it was a little on purpose or not on purpose.
Yeah.
Who's the best tip guy you ever played with?
Question. All right, I'm going to give you a couple names. Okay. Deddy was awesome, Avalanche-wise. Adam Denmarsh was really good. Rick Tocchet, really good. The best I've ever seen, though, I don't know, maybe people in chat are too young, but actually played for the Avs a little bit, part of the Ray Bourque trade. Dave Anderchuk. Never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. After every practice, he would, whatever, tip 50, 76, whatever, pucks. He never missed any in games. And the long stick, too. He was a big boy.
Careful, Miles. That was clean. Don't take a penalty here, buddy.
I like that he steps in there. I love it, though. Clean or not, he's in there. I love it.
Yeah, standing up for his teammate for sure.
That's right. I don't know what was laughing.
You can compare better because you know those guys. The modern guy is obviously Joe Pavelski. Best
100%.
Tip guy in the game.
Yeah.
My question is, when you have some of those elite tip guys, how accurate is it really though? Like, how much are they controlling those tips, and how much is it a good bounce?
Oh, no. A little bit of both, but these guys know. Matthew Tkachuk, really good. Really good. They can go on their backhand, forehand, drop it, tip it high, low. Pretty amazing. And it's a lot of practice, too. You work at your craft, and you know what I mean? You get better. It's funny because you throw a defenseman in there, they have no idea. It's the funniest thing. They can't tip them. You know what I mean? Like, because they're not used to it. They never practice it.
I mean,
it's.
Look, I get it's not a situation he gets put in very often, but if you're going to pick a D-man to be good at tipping a puck, it'd be Devon Toews, right? He's great at knocking pucks out of the air defensively. So.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, but you got to work at it. It's a lot of guys. And guys usually work at it after practice. And,
oh yeah.
and eye coordination. And it's like a baseball player, never go to batting practice. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're not as sharp.
Yep. Yep.
But if you're going to batting practice, you're doing everything right, then it's just a little easier. But in order to tip pucks, you got to get to the front, though. Some guys are just really good at getting to the front, So.
True. That's true.
Luke Robitaille, we're really good. Tipping pucks.
$374 games to 400 points. That's crazy.
There you go.
What
a tip.
I mean, he definitely tips it on purpose, but
yeah.
I don't know how much he was controlling that tip to try to put it on the ice. But I didn't.
He's falling,
yeah. I certainly didn't see it. I thought it went off of Joseph's elbow, so good on him. There you go. Your fourth line moving their feet good here.
Ribbit.
I don't know. I wouldn't think tip-in guys would be great golfers, right? Like, I feel like tip-in is all hands.
Yeah.
Maybe they have good, like, around the green feel then, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he meant to tip it, and he was trying to tip it on net. Did he mean to tip it perfectly down into Binnington's 5-hole? I'm sure that's what he would have liked to do, but if he has the ability to do that consistently in that situation, then the Avs need to run that play way more because that's a ridiculously good tip. Lando, I think the Avs' problem there is less the Avs putting it in or putting it on net at times and more their inability to get the rebounds. I think we saw a lot of that. Or if it's not the inability to get the rebounds, go watch last game. Lecky has 3 or 4 rebound chances that he either just does not get a good shot off of on or completely biffs entirely. I do think that's flown under the radar where at times the Avs do need to shoot the puck more, absolutely. But there have been games where the Avs are shooting the puck enough and they're just not converting on the rebounds either because they're out of position for them or they're not executing on the follow-up chance. Does Kreider have a lot of tip-ins? I feel like he's more of a pigeon. He cleans up the rebounds more than he tips stuff in.
A little bit of both.
I mean, Devon Toews might be a great golfer. I genuinely have no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you said Sakic was really good back in your day.
Tipping pucks, you mean? Or playing
golfing?
Joe's a good golfer. Yeah, got that hole in one in Tahoe there. That classic thing, you know what I mean, on TV there.
Yep.
For $1 million.
Joe needed another $1 million, confirmed.
Yeah.
How many like deflection goals does Pavelski have, though? I'm curious, DJ. Because the NHL divvies up those stats a little bit weird. There you go, Drew. First pass wasn't great, but recovered and created a possession here. Casey shoots. Not a great shot, but he shoots.
Right.
Suter's. Was he still with St. Louis? I honestly don't know. Or did he move to Nashville or something? Is that what it was? When? No, he's with St. Louis. Yeah, I was right.
Suter, yeah. Oh.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, on NHL, Pavelski's credited since 2009 with 32 deflection goals and 74 tip goals in his career.
Wow.
And it's not on the deflection. It's not even close. He has 10 more than the next guy, who's Blake Wheeler. And then Kreider has 94 tip goals, but only 8 deflection goals. So they're really right about the same. If you combine tip and deflection, Pavelski's at 106, and Kreider is at 102. So pretty darn similar. Is it 1,500 for Suter? Good for him. He's old and slow now, but good for him.
A lot of games.
Devon Toews with a beautiful tip, Byron. Are the Avs about to meme on our entire pregame and win this game 1-0? Yeah, Makar assisted on it for his 400th point.
Yep. Kale Maka. Not to be confused with Tuna Tata.
Did Tuna retire? Where did he end up this year?
Isn't he back in Jersey? Isn't he?
I think. Oh, you're right. Yeah, he did sign back in Jersey. How's he? Yeah, he's pretty washed.
Yeah. Come on, Parker. Walker's got some gas tonight. Walker's trying to fight all three. Kelly, now he's trying to get O'Connor next.
Is that a dude that wants out of St. Louis? Kelly John again. He's ready. He's ready.
I like that. Come on. He's giving 26 a penalty here? What's going on?
I think they might be evening it up. Good stick from Kelly there, too. Broke that up nicely.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
gave him the stinky glove a little bit. LOC. I'm assuming they evened him up.
Well, Monty's not happy.
Yeah, they did. Okay.
The Aussie's bitter right now. I like it.
He's mad his country wasn't in the Four Nations. It'd be him and like one other guy. Just fly, Kale. Do it all by yourself. You don't need nobody else. You're a strong, independent D-man. Oh, boy. Bad turnover. Good thing Mac's fast.
Oh.
Go, buddy. You got him. You got him cooked. It doesn't quite have the gas in a 3 and 4. At the end of a shift on a 3 and 4, the legs ain't quite there.
Yeah.
Oof. Got away with it. Yeah, Scott scored yesterday, right? Or whatever, whenever their last game was. Yeah. Sod scored last night against Vancouver. I really don't think St. Louis has been that dangerous. Obviously, right there on the back door, that was a good chance, but otherwise, I don't think they really generated a ton. Yeah. Natural Strat Trick has 0 high danger chance. I'm assuming that one that just missed will get counted as their first high danger chance of the game, but it's been pretty even possession. St. Louis just hasn't done much with it. Yeah, the Canes got cooked yesterday. If you thought the Avs loss was bad, go look at that Hurricanes loss yesterday. Oof. You know, I don't usually say this, but so far tonight, the Avs have done a good job defending the top of the crease.
True.
It's nice to see something a little different there.
Yeah.
All right, that was a little too cute, Marty. Just get it in, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah, had no help. It's a little sloppy.
Yeah. Puck's bouncing too.
Yeah. Yeah, Pareko is just a giant human being, man. That dude is massive. Good job staying on side. They switch it up there, or Lucky just get caught out there? I couldn't tell.
Marty.
Usually Parsonen in that spot. Oof, bad breakout. Good save.
Great save. Good.
Avs competitive right now, but I don't know, maybe just not quite executing. I think it was DeHaan that had the bad breakout, for the record, not Shillington. And also, I don't know. I'd rather have Shillington in than Middleton, but I know some people disagree with me on that. And the reality is, it's probably going to be some guy not on the team in 2 weeks. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You can't pay an extra $2 million for Kadri's attitude, right? he's just too expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Let's say turnover, Lecky.
Yeah,
I think it was Shilly the one before a couple shifts
was
ago.
it?
I
Was it
think.
Chili?
I
Okay, well,
think it was. Again, what I'm saying is two bad turnovers. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's not a penalty there.
No, I think fine hit. Nate just did that to himself by trying to spin move.
Good save.
Get out of this period. 2 good minutes here, and you got it. And you won a period. Kind of a tough D zone shift here. Like you can't win that battle, man. Again, they're able to tie up a puck in front of their net, but then a terrible. I hate this.
Oh,
That fail to get out there is bad. The rest of it, Blues were just doing good stuff. That's a clear Avs mistake. Okay, the Blues biffed it. It's fine. They're bad.
yeah. Bad execution there.
Come on, Parson. You got to make a better play on the puck there. What was that?
I just turned on. I had a notification. I clicked on it, and oh, what a save!
Yeah, that's a good save. Kale ices it. You need better puck work from your forwards defensively there. Lecky had a chance to clear or win a battle and just failed. Mac had a chance to get a puck and clear it, and he failed. And then Parsonen won a battle and still failed to clear the puck. That's 3 different, basically, turnovers from your forwards in the D zone. It's bad.
Not good, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, Kadri is he's the definition of a guy who probably shouldn't be a 1C, but he's a very high end 2C. The problem is he's getting paid $7 million, and you just can't pay a 2C $7 million. Like, it's just too much. At least until the cap goes up for the next couple of years. All right. A little squirrely at the end of the period there, but the Avs get out of it up 1-0 for a Sega Baba. Both teams tired. That's a good place to be. I really feel pretty good. You had 1 or 2 shifts at the end where the Blues felt dangerous, but the rest of the period, the Blues really did not do a whole lot that actually scares you. And you got a great tip from Toews to get you on the board. So, good stuff. Anyway, we're going to take our intermission break here. I'll be back with some more numbers and stuff in about 10 minutes. We'll talk to you soon. We back, chat. As I drop some stuff on the floor. Really kind of an even possession wise. It ended up being an even period. St. Louis really didn't do a whole lot. They had two small pushes, one after the Avs goal and one in the last 2 minutes of the period there. Other than that, they really didn't do a whole lot. Shot attempts 17-17, scoring chances 7-4 in the Avs' favor, high dangers 3-0. So St. Louis not even credited with a single high danger in that period. It feels a little on the low side. I think you probably could have given St. Louis one or two high dangers, but
Blackwood had a nice glove save there. That was a high danger in my book, but
I think Blackwood was a little out of position, made it look a little harder than it actually was, but it was a nice save. They also had that backdoor play that they didn't connect on for St. Louis. But again, really for a Sega Baba, that's a pretty solid period all in all. Looking at individual stuff, interestingly, the Avs bottom six is doing quite well. Their fourth line is their best possession line. Their bottom pairing is their best possession pairing. Gerard also doing some good possession numbers. Their middle six holding even, doing their job. The only guys that are really under average possession is that third line and your top pairing. And again, all of this was pretty low event. It was a pretty darn low event period. So, for a Sega Baba, in a good spot. You would really like the Avs to get the next one, though. If they get the next one, this game becomes a lot easier. Yeah, I mean, you have to think that second they picked up in the Miko deal is getting moved at the deadline for something, right? Like, it's on the way out. We just don't know what yet. I mean, I think Kale's contract is actually reasonably well timed for the Avs. Like, yes, he's going to make $1 billion, but the cap is also about to shoot up a whole bunch over the next 3 years. So it helps recuperate some of that for the Avs. If O'Reilly is traded, does he cost the first? I don't know, dude. I really don't. It's predicting trade costs is such a hard thing to do at the deadline because you might have a price in mind and then a trade gets made and everyone goes, well, hang on a minute. That completely changes the market. So it's just tough.
and some guys would be willing to pay whatever it is that they got to pay. Think of Tampa a few years back.
Yep.
You know, first rounder for Goodrow, first rounder for Blake Coleman. I mean, they just went. You know, they didn't care about what the price was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that'll never. There is no chance that happens. The Avs are handing Cale Makar a blank check and saying, write whatever you want on it, kid.
I agree.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people are having trouble getting this game. I don't know whether it's Nine News in altitude or ESPN or the NHL. I don't know whose fault it is, but
Oh.
Everybody's struggling.
all right. Second period is a go. Tiff's clock is perfectly aligned with mine. I mean, look, the Avs' last two playoff runs have a giant caveat hanging over them, right? And like, I'm not saying they go and win the cup or anything these last 2 years, but if Val Nichushkin is actually in the lineup and not a distraction, they probably get by Seattle. And I know that one's weird. Val said he was hurt anyway or whatever, but who really knows what the truth is, right? And then in the Dallas series, who knows what that series looks like if Val doesn't just drop a bomb on the Avs in the middle of it. So.
Oh, wow. Was that a save or a post? Oh,
I
that's
think
a high danger.
Yeah, that was definitely a high danger. So
well,
Blues,
that was the bomb with 10 and Toews was hurt too or whatever. Remember, it was like
yeah, like I said, there are other factors. I'm not saying that's the difference between the Avs winning the cup and not, but maybe they go a bit deeper if Val doesn't screw them.
Come on, Casey. Come on. A little more oomph. Good hit by Shen, though.
Yep.
Flapper.
Blues pushed at the end of the first. They came out hot here in the second. Weather this a little bit, and the Avs should get their opportunities.
There you go. Get on the puck. See, first on puck. Let's see what happens. Get a good chance.
Get a shot on goal. Yeah.
Hard work. Get it deep. Use your speed. Get it first. Love it. Oh, that's a save.
Who got beat to the front there? Parsonen. Yeah. It's hard, Cujo, because I liked Prishchapov too. I thought he was pretty good. I'd love to see him get another post.
Oh,
I'd love to see Prishchapov get another opportunity, but the reality is he had 0 points in 10 games. Like, statistically, he just has not solved the problem that the Avs depth has had this year, even if you liked the way it looked. There you go, Jack. Creating a little something here.
no stick. No stick. That's Miles' best shift in a long time.
Yeah. Couldn't quite get to the net, but it was a good one.
Bit of a bruise on Sammy's face.
Surprised he doesn't have 2 black eyes.
Come on. Come on.
There you go. And then that hit the lining. That sucks.
Good job, Parker.
Your fourth line's been good tonight. They're not like generating crazy offense, but they're giving up nothing, and that's fine. You can live with that with your fourth line.
They got involved.
That was off, right? Surely. Hopefully it's not off, but good movement from Mac on that shift. Toews is back. He just fell over. No penalty there. That dude fell over by himself.
Yeah.
Ooh, that breakout's going to work.
Marty. Get there. God.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. I mean, weirdly, the start of this period has had more jump than the first period did, but I'm not complaining about it.
No. Keep it down low. Go play below the goal line.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him in my book.
I don't think it's been horrible, but it's not been good enough to feel confident in running it back, you know?
No. This is like yesterday, right?
A little bit,
In a
yeah.
sense that I'm saying my point is the right, the the shift after a goal, you know what I mean, they score, but
yeah, that's the difference.
But then they never, then you're in a tie ball game, then you have a bad bounce that makes you lose it. Now this is the one it's 1-0. Get that second one.
Exactly.
Get that second one. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean?
Down
Get
2
that second one.
On a back-to-back, you can kind of make St. Louis
open up
go
a little
away.
bit, then you make them pay. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Yeah.
But get that second one. Post.
Yep. Pretty clean post, too.
Yeah.
I mean, the question is, how much does St. Louis have left in the tank, too? Because, yeah, I get it. They're both home games or whatever, but they also went all the way to a shootout last night. So, there you go. Miles working hard again. A couple good shifts for him.
Yeah.
Crazy pinch from Shillington there, but it's going to work out.
Miles.
All right, here, you're fine. Good stick.
Oh, good stick. Miles.
Yep. Another good stick from Shillington there. Got to be out now, though. All right. That's a trip. Hello? Yeah, okay.
Steve, it's like dive. What do you mean dive?
He just stuck his stick between his legs. What do you think's going to happen, brother? I mean, you got him right on the skate, man. What are you complaining about? All right, big PP. What are the odds?
Get
the
that
Avs
second one. Let's go.
Yeah. What are the odds the Avs have a claim in on Valimaki? I don't know. I would love him. I would have a claim
Not
in for
his
sure. The
stock.
Avs, I know it's down bad, but
Yeah.
I mean he is like 5 points this year. It's
Too early in the league. Calgary, we had him there too early.
yeah. I've always liked him though.
Then Daryl came, and Daryl didn't like him. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then Shilly started playing. Actually, that's when Shilly started playing.
I mean, I would claim him, but one, I don't know that the Avs would have that interest. He's not a righty, and two, there's a decent chance someone ahead of the Avs claims him. So
Yeah. What you got going? Chips?
yeah, some Pringles. The best flavor.
Pickle.
Best player the Avs had that never won a cup beyond Iginla. I mean, what are we counting as the Avs had? Because like Theo Fleury technically played for the Avs for a little bit.
You won though.
Did he win?
89
no,
Calgary Flames.
I wasn't alive then, so that's why I don't know.
Yep.
Boy, that played for the Avs. That's tough. Let's see.
Turge is a Hall of Famer.
No. Yeah, Turge good. That's probably Turge.
Come on.
Beyond Turge, the next best might be like Duchesne, Stasny,
Paul Carrillo.
Yeah, Korea. I like almost don't even count the dudes that were only here for 1 year.
I know.
Nate just has never won a cup. That's true.
Yep.
Oh, it was there. Just not a great pass from Mac.
Tell you that it's bouncy.
Go get it. There you go. Good entry, Mac. Now get one, boys.
There you go.
He tried to shoot it, just not a very good shot. Back to Kale. Yep. All right. You're good. Ah, fuck, Mac. Come on. Felt like you were building something there.
Yeah. Bob the Builder.
I mean, I know all the rumors, but I don't know how Carolina actually trades Rantanen.
I don't know. You know what? You know what's funny? The night was not even over when he got traded, and someone told me that they're going to flip him.
That's just like for what?
Someone from the hockey world.
Sure, but they're in the middle of their cup window, so are they going to flip him for more roster players? Like, it's such a weird.
You know, they were saying like if they feel that they won't be able to sign him, they're going to flip him. And I don't think it's a rumor. I think it's something that was said beforehand, and that doesn't mean he's not going to sign there. But I think for people to talk about it that much, like, you know what I mean, like
that's crazy.
It had to be said. You know,
crazy to me. I'm sure it was. I'm just saying, like, that concept is wild to me. As the Blues get a rebound chance and it goes into the nets,
Right off freaking Sammy G's head.
Yep.
Shoulder, head, whatever. What are the odds? But again, it's your power play again. You know, I mean, they didn't really generate anything on it, and then boom. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It just does. I don't care what people say. It's Sammy's shoulder. You talk about a crazy bounce again. By the time you find where the puck is, it's already in your net.
I mean, that's the exact goal. The Avs aren't scoring enough. That one right there. They're not finishing on their rebound chances. So the Blues just did.
Freaking power play. Come on. Now you're in a dogfight. Just, you know. And again, you're on pace for barely 2 goals this game, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your shooting percentage isn't terrible, but it's, you got to find a way to put the puck in the back of the net to win hockey games. It's a lot of game left. Half the game left, but you got to score, man. You got to score. I really don't think this game has been all that similar to last night's game, like other than on the scoreboard. The Avs were much more consistent in generating offense last game. And the game, they never really had, I mean, they technically led the game, but they led the game for 30 seconds. They've had this lead for a good bit here. They just couldn't extend it. Bar is popping.
Yeah, I decided to do something with the roadcast, and so now it's updating, and now it turned off, so.
Nice. Fun.
Yeah.
I, too, would like a goal from a forward in this game. That would be cool. Boy, let me look. That's crazy. Because that's all of those guys. That's all of those guys. That's a defense. Oh my god, is this actually a thing? Holy shit.
What?
I'll tell you when I find one. Okay. So the last goal scored by an Avalanche forward that's not on the top line was Kiviranta in the third period of the last Blues game on January 31st. And that's like cheating a little bit because obviously like the second line has set up some goals for defensemen, but the goal actually getting scored, the last goal scored by a forward not on the top line was 7 games ago.
Yeah, no, I that's why you're in those dog fights. Like,
ooh, good chance for Casey.
how's that not a penalty by Thomas?
Yeah, it looked. I was wondering the same thing, but you know.
I mean, so next time you just go and do it because I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Good play, Casey. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Rob's their best D there.
Yeah, makes a good play to create for himself. Puts a decent shot on, but doesn't go. I mean, I think it's really been a pretty even game. The Avs, unfortunately, have had a couple of chances they failed to capitalize on, but I don't think this game is as bad as chat thinks it is. It's also not very good, though, for either team. It looks like a Sega Baba, for sure.
Sega Baba after 14 days off. 3-4 for 5 dudes. 3-2.
Yeah.
3 in one team, 2 in the other team.
Whoa, weird
But
bounce.
like we talked about, gotta find a way. Nice day.
Lando, I'll tell you this right now. If you do nothing at this trade deadline as the GM, you'd be fired immediately. Like, that's not. If you're not trying to make moves at the deadline with a team that's in win now mode, you're not doing your job as a GM. And, like, you can disagree with the concept, but I'm just telling you. Ownership and the rest of the team would fire you on the spot.
Oh.
Tied him up just enough. I mean, I think this game is like, I don't think these teams are playing horribly, but this certainly is not a game you would show a fan if you're trying to get them into hockey, you know?
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's a bad goal.
Yep. Blackwood's got to have that rebound, basically.
It's got to smother it, you know, right away.
Yeah. I mean, could you argue goalie interference there? Parayko kind of punches his blocker.
Let's see.
It's not really in the blue, but...
Yeah, I don't think so. Nah, probably not. I wouldn't challenge it. Yeah.
Well,
But the moral of the story is what? Put pucks on net. Put pucks on net. Come on.
all right. Can the Avs score more than one goal in a hockey game? Challenge. Let's find out.
Yeah. This guy's got a motor, man. Walker.
If only he was better.
No, I know, but still, for what he is, freaking
Yeah,
gives it all
no.
he's got.
He knows what he is, for sure.
Yeah.
Another failed clear. I mean, whatever. The Avs are going to have to find something. The same is true as it was the other way. It's still a one-goal game. All it takes is one play. But I don't even, like, I think it's still been a pretty even period mechanically, but the Avs' chances have not, they haven't converted, and St. Louis has converted on their chances. So whatever. The Avs will just maybe never convert again. That's obviously not true. It's sarcasm, chat. Don't take it seriously.
Who scored for St. Louis? Oh, Shen. God, right
Yeah.
off Sammy. And
Well, it's not icing, but you're losing the game, and the Avs have yet to possess the puck in the offensive zone, basically.
it's always in, out.
Good save.
Is it me or that power play was like nothing?
Yeah, it was bad.
All right, so that's again. It started right there. It's a
Yep.
bad power play. Instead of bearing down, make it 2-0, or get
Yep.
momentum.
Yep, it crushed their
Trying to fall
momentum.
flack, and then goes the other way, and then you have a bad bounce. Then it's a 1-1 game, and then
Yep.
oh,
And then you ice it. Okay. All right. Avs need to get out of this period and pretend they're somebody else for the third period.
oof. Now your margin of error is like this thin.
Yep.
It's really thin. That's icing again.
It sure is.
Oh, man. They just gotta go change there, bud. God. There you go. God. They can't go play below the goal line, man. They just can't. Or now.
I mean, it almost doesn't matter to me, like what they're doing well and what they're not. If they can't score, that nothing else matters. And I know, like, that's silly because obviously doing the right things is what leads to opportunities to score in the first place. But
oh God. Oh God, is it?
what?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh my God. All that because 26 outworks 70. Very simple.
Yep.
That's all it was. That's all it was. One went soft back to the puck. The other one went like a gazelle. It's just hard work.
Okay. Well, this game's over.
You could tell Drury was done. You start chasing him from the red line. Watch. Again, they're getting to the middle. They're getting to the net. We can't even like get a puck like on a forecheck. That's a dagger. 10 seconds. Tiff, write it
Yeah.
down. No. God. That's a no right there. See, like 18 lost 81 the whole way. From the red line on. Again, 10 seconds before that, it was the same thing. Walker out
Yep.
just like that.
Same play.
Out
It was the
muscled
same.
70. It's same
Yep.
play. You know. This happened to be Falk on Taser. Oh, yikes. This is going to be a tough sled.
Yeah, I mean, that's. You put yourself in a good position and you just completely threw it in the bin in this period. I don't know. I really don't know what to say at this point. Sucks. It sucks. We're going to take our intermission break. We'll probably be mad on the other side of it. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Yeah. I mean, I don't. Do you guys even care about the numbers? All the numbers are the Blues were the better team in that period. And I don't even think you need the numbers, right? You don't need to microscope this one. It was very obviously a game where it was either even or maybe a little bit Avs favored right up until that power play. And then from that power play onward, the Avs fell apart and the Blues just took over. I don't know. This is not a complicated one. This is not a unusual one. This is unfortunately a thing that has happened far too often to the Avs this year. There's just not a lot redeemable about that period. You played okay for the first half of it, and then you just went away. You've made St. Louis's life so easy in the second half of that period, and St. Louis took advantage of it. And now you're sitting down 2 in the third period. And maybe they figure it out. Maybe they pull off a ridiculous comeback because they're good enough to. Don't get me wrong. This team at their best is good enough to win games like this. But they're very, very clearly not just not at their best. They're not even playing well. I mean, I don't think Bednar gets fired no matter what this season. But if they miss the playoffs, he's definitely on the hot seat next year. I mean, this is a playoff team still. They're wildly inconsistent, but they're a playoff team. Both of the teams trying to chase the Avs down in the playoff race in the West have lost more games than they've won. So there may be a playoff team because the bottom end of the West is just bad, but they're a playoff team. Let's see. Dallas is already beating New York. New Jersey is murdering Nashville. Detroit's going to beat Anaheim probably. Seattle's losing. Yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, yeah, if they play every game like they played the last two, then they're not going to win very many games at all down the stretch, and they'll fall out of the playoffs. Absolutely. But this team has pretty consistently shown that they aren't consistent in a bad way and in a good way, right? Like, no one's going to be shocked when they come out next game and score 5 goals because they do that all the time. It's just their bad games are real bad and their good games are really good, and they can't just play in the middle.
Yep. I mean, it's not over, but it's not like, oh God, they're on the verge of popping 5
Right.
in right now.
It's not over, but they're going to have to look like a different team in the third period than they did for the last 10 minutes there.
10 seconds. That is like, oh, that's such a no-no. Yep. Oh my God.
Yep.
That is just deadly. Come on. I could tell Jack from the red line on, he lost his guy, and then he was chasing him. And then Toews got beat.
All right, let's see what they got for the third period. Can you get one early and make it interesting, or are you just going to go away?
He's got Colton or McKinnon now.
Yeah, the blender is engaged. Looks like Marty got dropped to the second line, so maybe we at least get to see what that looks like. Okay, well, it's a save at least. Yeah. That was such a weird face-off. Whatever. I mean, that... Ooh.
Yeah, tough game tonight. 88. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. Is somebody going to step up and make a play? Or are we just going to go quietly? You're down 2. Yeah, you're about 3 minutes into the third period, and you haven't even really had an offensive zone possession yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just all tough to watch.
Yep.
Whew.
I mean, your ice and pucks. I mean,
This is tough. Not gonna lie to you, this is tough.
yep. That power play just turned this team off. The engine shut off, and they're sitting on the side of the highway with a please help sign right now because that car ain't starting again. It's going to take something like that. It's going to take an individual play that somebody actually finishes on to get this team jump started here.
Jesus. It's so easy to break out from.
Yeah, the Avs are putting no pressure on them. It's just not there. There's nothing going on Colorado's side right now.
I don't know what they
I
did
mean,
on the
I mean,
break.
what the fuck is that? Like, come on. That's how you're gonna play. Just fucking go home. What are we doing?
I mean, if you haven't played in 14 days, you got a break, and I don't know what you did on your break, but this is not a hard friggin' back to back.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not a hard one, especially when you haven't, played. So I don't know what you did on your break, but you can cheat yourself and tell you did something, or
I mean,
it ain't summertime.
it looks like it's summertime the way the Avs are playing.
That's my point. It looked like they all went on the beach for a friggin' 2 weeks. They did nothing. Yikes. Falling on their own.
I mean, 5 minutes in, they have one shot on goal. They haven't even been able to try and be aggressive because they can't hold on to the puck for more than 2 seconds. It's just not a hockey game right now. This is not a hockey team at the moment. Can't even fucking dump it in.
God. He's having a tough night. 57. Oof. 58, whatever. 8.
I mean, I don't know what you do here. The goal you scored is from the guys who are playing the 3 and 4. Your top line of forwards was out there, and Makar and Toews are the ones that actually scored it. Like, they needed someone else to step up, and they just haven't gotten it.
They can't even get a cycle going.
Yeah, they literally are not. This is not even like hockey. This is a practice for the St. Louis Blues. Colton tries the wraparound, but it's not there. Does not look like a happy watch party.
Where is it at?
I don't know where it was.
I'm not questioning anything. I'm not judging. I'm just making a comment. Like, back in the day, if you went over for 10, you certainly weren't put on the penthouse. That's,
Yep.
over. Like, not even an assist.
There's not even a lot to say. I mean, it's just not good hockey. That's it, top to bottom.
No, it's not even close. It's not even like, oh yeah, or oh. That's why I hate moral victories. Like, oh, it wasn't that bad yesterday. Come on, it's bad. It's bad. You got to figure out a way to score goals.
Okay.
I mean, the game's happening right now. So, oh, that's just to donate. That's why.
I mean, a fine isn't good enough anymore. Your bottom 9 hasn't scored a goal in 7 games. Like, oh boy. Nice save.
He was caught in between, but it's fine. It worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He fell down. He missed his push. Watch. He misses his push.
Yep.
See?
Tried to go 5-hole on him and ends up going right into the pad.
Because McKenzie missed his push.
Yep.
If he gets the right push, the puck goes in.
His foot slides out and drops his pad to the ice, so there's nothing there.
No, I wouldn't fire the coach. I'm not saying Chad's saying fire the coach. I'm saying, how do you light fire? I mean, I think it comes down to, can you handle the pressure of being on a championship team? You know what I mean?
I don't.
That's it. That's it.
I'm not saying Jared Bednar is perfect here, but like Jared Bednar doesn't shoot the pucks, right? At a certain point, your hockey players have to score a goal. Like,
yep. And it's not like they don't push offense. No, they push offense. They push activate with their Ds. They push, everything. I just think that maybe. I don't know.
He had 32 shots on goal last game. From a structure standpoint, from a style of play standpoint, I don't know what Bednar's supposed to do there. Like, your players just have to execute better. Tonight, it's all bad. Tonight, nothing has gone well since the midpoint of this game, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and last night is one goal, it's bad luck, the bounce, and then tonight is one goal, it's bad luck off Sammy's face or whatever, chest or helmet, and then it bounces right next to the guy. But it doesn't matter. You got to create your own luck. Like, I feel like the Avs are not creating their own luck on their side. I mean, and maybe some guys can't handle the pressure of everyday championship-minded situations. It's hard, man. I'm telling you, I've lived it. Some guys can do it. Some guys can, Yep. So I don't know. Maybe some guys can't. I'm not. I mean, It's not normal this time of year to go 10, 12 games without a point. It's not when you're playing 15 minutes a night. I'm sorry. Like
Yep.
it's not a bad luck. It's not a bad stretch. It's not like, yeah, but there's no yeah, but. I said not even an assist. Come on.
Every Eric, you always say every
Come
day in
on.
the NHL is an audition, and right now the
It
Avs are
is.
bombing auditions left and right. So
And you know what? Like, and if it's not good for you to go to Cabo for a week, then you're better off working out and going to bed and spending time with you. Then do that. I don't know. But some guys really they really look like they're in the sand tonight. You know what I mean? Honestly, it's pretty bad. There's not one person nervous in the building right now. Say, "Oh God, we're gonna get scored on." Like, no one's nervous. There's nothing happening, man. Yikes.
I mean, I just don't see any evidence for the idea that Jared Bednar has lost the room. Like,
No.
what can you provide me with some evidence on why you would think that? Because you don't see things like what's happening in San Jose, where Kovalenko is calling out his coach. You don't see anyone calling out Bednar on the Avs, or even like lightly hinting at something like that. Even look at this hockey game. I think it's you guys are living so far in the moment that it's minute to minute, not even game to game right now. The first 28 minutes of this game, I'm not saying the Avs played great, but they were at worst as good or better than St. Louis in the first 28 minutes of this game. And then that power play happened and they've completely fallen apart. But Jared Bednar didn't lose the locker room in the middle of the second period, right? Like, that's not how that works. I mean, yeah, this period is borderline unwatchable. It's just nothing. Oh my God.
Bad turnover by Colton. This is not how you play hockey. I mean, to win a cup, that's not how you play.
Yeah, no, I think I said it before the break. As currently constructed, if everything goes really well, like if the Avs play their best, they're still a really good team. If the Avs could play their best consistently, they'd make the second round. They might make a conference finals if Blackwood and the top guys just play their best for 3 weeks in the playoffs. But realistically, as currently constructed, they'll make the playoffs, but you're not taking them seriously. Their floor needs to. Yeah, exactly. Their floor needs to come up so much for them to really be a contender. And some of that probably will come up at the trade deadline. But the way they're currently playing, they're not good enough. And they're better, I think on average they're better than what their bottom has been. But they're not playing it. They have to get there, and they have to get there fast.
Yeah, Jeremy, I agree with him. Colton, that's a horrible play. It's a horrible play. It's such an easy way to lay soft behind the guy, go around, and get it. You can't turn the puck over like that. Not when you got bagels and 10. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll live
10,
with
buddy.
it if you got 8.
Bagels and 15 now.
Sorry, 15. Even worse. Oh.
Yeah, and I like obviously there's some context here, and people I'm sure understand. Like realistically, on most nights, you're gonna want more out of the Avs top guys, but obviously coming off of the Four Nations, it's not a surprise on a 3-4 that they haven't given you a ton, and they haven't even been horrible, but they haven't produced. McKinnon no points tonight, Nate just no points tonight. I know Makar and Taves scored the goal, which awesome, but you could not rely on the Stars. The expectation was you were going to need some help, and the Avs just did not get it from the bottom of their line. And forget the bottom nine, the 75% that isn't the very top of their lineup just didn't get it done tonight.
You need to make a play here because
The play is get on the plane, buddy. That's the play. It's 3-1, and your forwards refuse to shoot the puck. I don't understand. You pass it around the zone 6 times and let your defenseman take a shot from the point. Okay.
Just look at the other team. They put pucks into the middle of the crease and they got rewarded. Like it's not hard. Get to the middle. The puck's on net. Stop with this perimeter crap.
I mean, it's not just lack of talent, right? Like, Ross Colton is having the worst stretch of his entire career offensively. Miles Wood is having the least productive season of his career offensively.
Oh my God, Shilly, you gotta grab a puck there on the wall. Come on, man. Jeez.
Excuse me.
You think the Blues are the Red Wings of the '90s? Like, oh my God.
Nah, the Avs are just going through the motions in this period. This was never going to be a thing, which isn't surprising. Like, that was the expected outcome the way that second period went. But hey, Ross Colton got a shot on goal from the middle of the ice. That was almost a real hockey play. I mean, in the grand sense of like anything is possible, yeah, there's still 5 minutes left. In theory, the Avs could score 2 goals in the next 5 minutes or more, but when you look at the way they played this period, there is just not a lot there.
Not a lot of oomph.
That was probably your last real chance. Give away from the Blues, and Mac can't find the back of the net. Here's my Jared Bednar impression. I thought the first half of the game we played a pretty good game. We were doing the right things. Both teams looked a little bit tired out there, but after that power play where we just kind of seemed to not be able to get things going again. I thought we got sloppy with our defensive details at the end of the night, and it cost us. Almost a St. Louis Blues own goal tip in there. And then Binnington just gets the shoulder on Mac's shot.
They look disinterested, man. This is like...
Yeah, like I said, this period they just decided the game was over. They were not interested.
Tough night.
Yep.
Jesus. You can't even get a cycle of one of those.
Yeah, they can't control the puck. They can't generate. They can't break out. They can't get in the zone. They can't do anything. It's this game is like a game of a MOBA that you like, where 35 minutes in, the game is clearly over, but one of your teammates just won't surrender, so you have to stay in the game until you lose.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't. Anyone blaming Mac for this one, not the case. Like, you knew going in, you're going to need help from the rest of the lineup because expectations were low from your stars given the context of the situation, and the Avs got absolutely nothing from the bottom 75% of their lineup. What did that hit in front? That was weird. Well, your 3-1 scoreline is going to be correct or closey. You at least got that going for you.
Wrong team. I mean, you got to get to the middle.
Yeah, I mean,
Pissed off with this perimeter shit. You got to score 2 here.
Not dangerous. Just not dangerous.
Mac is barking there at someone.
Now they pump a bunch of shots on goal at 6-on-5 to skew the numbers, which it's just not meaningful.
Save.
Yep.
Move it.
Don't know what it hit. Nice keep. But, I don't know. Can someone at least pad a stat here?
See, why couldn't they have that power play with that aggression right there?
Yeah,
Then
you're
they would
right.
have had a different game. You would have had a different game.
Yep.
Right now, it's called the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? The clock is sticking now on the season. Like you can't mess around.
Yeah, the big clock.
The wild card, like the big clock is ticking. So let's go. He wants a penalty, Maggie's barking.
Whatever, dude. This game's over. Just go get on the plane. All right, well, that was not very fun, chat. We're going to go do a post-game about it. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be very helpful on the post-game, but come join us, vent in the chat, or, try and convince me that it's all okay, whatever you want to do. We appreciate y'all. We'll talk to you in the post-game in about 15 minutes.
We all silly like the mayor.